This is Dragonflies review on the fly. Content of this video is for users above the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, this is StudioSeries 86 cup. What comes in the package, of course, is cup and his accessories, but we'll look at the box first. Got a cup in a nice pose here on the packaging. Turn this around. It's the same picture here. There's a window for the 86. Spin this around the back. And we have him in alt mode as well as vehicle mode. On the other side here we have 86-02 StudioSeries cup. Inside we get a nice diorama of the part where Cup is attacked and has his self-torn limb from limb where Hot Rod has to fix him. I'll tell you right now, there's no fixing this figure. This figure is, in my opinion, trash. But we're going to go through it anyway. Alright. So, pick him up. Stick his limbs back on. I guess I got spoiled with the very first StudioSeries 86 that I picked up because Scourge is by far the best. Cup is by far the worst. Before this, the worst one was, in my opinion, 86 Hot Rod. He was the worst up to this point. He beats Hot Rod by a landslide. He's got so many issues, it ain't funny. Anyways, we'll get this out of here. The accessories he comes with is his nice little blaster, which has, I believe, their 5mm port, and his thing of Energon goodies. Comes with a nice set of instructions, the same ones we get with all the rest of them. Nice, nice detailed, easy to read instructions. Anyways, this guy, we'll get into the gimmick first. He's got removable limbs. I don't really care for it. I could have done without that gimmick. That's just my personal opinion on that. I don't know if it's mine, but I noticed, like, there's supposed to be a couple of pegs back here that peg into this. The only way I can get them to line up is if I put this way up here, then they go in. But that looks like crap. So I put this down, and it doesn't even peg in anymore. So, remove his goodies and his blaster. We'll get into some articulation. Head's on a ball joint. He can look up, down, 360. His arms can go up that 360 that way. He has no wrist swivel. See, that's what I mean. I don't like the gimmick. The arm just popped off on me. He has an elbow that's more than 90. You know, he does not have a super deep knee bend, but he does have somewhat of a knee bend. I mean, he can do the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits for days. He has toe tilt, ankle rockers. He has a nice waist. So, I mean, he's very flexible, but this is where things start getting ugly. The transformation on this thing is atrocious. we'll get into that right now. Disclaimer, I've had my shoulders pop out several times, and in the process, I've gotten some pretty nasty crackage going inside this joint now up here and on the other side. It's because these are not done very well. First of all, you want to pop this down out of the way. You want to see, this is where I start having issues. Pop that down, throw a stand off to the side. And then one of these sides is like real bugger to get off. I actually have to pull it sideways to actually get it to even come free. Once you have those up like that, you want to pop these up right here. So those are out of the way there. Put his arm back on there. Then you want to take and you want to flip these out like that. You want to open this up. I mean, it's all the way up. See, I find that the gimmick on here makes things so much difficult because it makes things not want to line up very good. And then you want to take, if you have the arms in sort of like that, you want to take this whole section here and fold it out of my way. You want to fold this waist way up so it's like that. Then you want to take this and bring that up to there and finagle these into place right here. This is actually the first time I've had the least amount of trouble transforming this part. Then you want to take these. Now, when I first got this, one of these was stuck. I couldn't even get it to slide sideways the way they're supposed to. You want to pull those up. And you want to come out here, pull these both down. You want to take and pull it sideways. Now, there's two slots down in there. It'll fit into the second slot. Like so. You want to fold that toe up and that over like that. Then you want to do the same with the other side. Do that. Pull that out. Fold that down. Then you want to take these arms and put them between the legs. And see, that's why I dislike this stupid gimmick. I detest it. So when you're trying to transform him, he's falling apart. There's so much to ask for a decent cup that, you know, doesn't have issues. Then you want to snap these two halves together. Take the arms. See, and again, an arm popped off. Makes this freaking nightmare to transform. It's probably going to be the last time I transform this guy, other than back to his root mode. And then put those on those two tabs there. Make sure everything's snapped together. And here we have Cup in his alt mode. Now there's a couple of small pegs. And snap that in there and snap his Energon goodies on the other side. Like that. And there you go. He rolls okay. He's not the greatest at rolling, but I mean, the wheels kind of drag on my copy. I don't know if that's across the board. So yeah, I mean, it's spot on for the cartoon and the alt mode. So yeah, it's not much there. I mean, I really could care less about the gimmick with it. And then transform this back to do some comparisons. Probably the last time I transform this guy. So I do not want to wind up breaking this guy. And fold that there. Kind of show it while I'm doing it, I guess. So,
what do you think the
Cup
gimmick's for?
Cup is supposedly one of the oldest Autobots as well. And I guess they couldn't make him any prettier in the mug because I tell you what, he looks like he was beat with an ugly stick. His face is ugly. I mean, the gimmick to make it to where he was busted on Quintesta could have been left out, in my opinion. Get this tabbed in there. And these back up here. And we're going to do some comparisons here now. First, we will go throwing the Generations Cup, which has got an Earth mode, which is actually not a bad Transformer. I quite like him. I don't like the spring-loaded gimmick part of it, but, you know, he's still better than the StudioSeries Cup, even with that tiny gimmick. Stand you back up. Yeah, he does not want to stay standing either. And then we have the Titans Return Cup, which I don't really care for the Headmaster gimmick, but that's my only gripe with that figure, is the Headmaster gimmick. They didn't need to put it in there. I mean, it's actually a pretty okay figure. This one, with all the cracks going on in the shoulder, the trash gimmick. I mean, his coloration's good, but his face is uglier than sin. I can't get behind him. Now, for his his wave, we're gonna put in Hot Rod, Blur, Scourge, and Jazz. So far, I've gotten 4 out of the 5 that have been released, and to be honest, he is Cup from StudioSeries is the worst. If I had to grade it, it'd probably be a 3.5 out of 5 Energon cubes, and that's me being gracious. Because I'm sure some people like the gimmick. For me, I don't like it. I could have done without that gimmick. I mean, it's cool that they added it because of the movie, but I don't think it needed to be there. Anyways, this is Dragonflies signing out. Like, share, subscribe, and comment.